Here, top right is for Dragon Phoenix. Player is spawning, it is ZEST. And in the bottom left, playing for Good Game Gaming, who wants to make up for his friends' losses, it is Dream. Can Good Game Gaming tie up the score right here, right now? Getting a 2-0 against ZEST is just an absurd result. But something that Dream can certainly do if he plays his best World Team League, guys. That's what it is, ZEST versus Dream. All games of this caliber in this beautiful, beautiful tournament. It looks like nothing too substantial is happening right here. It's another PvT, but this time, of course, it's on a wide... Well, not wide. It's on a longer map. It's just... Wait, what? A salad? Huh? Oh, okay. It was a mistake. Yeah, that was... That was very interesting. A Zealot first and Jagannatha, it's just... Nah. You don't do that, ZEST. Of course, Dream will go on with standard Reaper expand. Jagannatha is just an absolutely terrible map if you want to go for early aggression. There's some cases to be made for proxies, but even then I've seen very few proxies work on this map. And most of them work just by straight up surprise factor. Jagannatha, not an aggressive map. It's just the kind of map you get to free bases and just relax. You chill on your own side of the map. And then once you have faster ways of movement, you try to get around the map and do something. Of course, usual dance between Reaper and Adept. They will just go past each other to get some scouting information. Here, Dream will found a very standard timing for the Nexus, and so will ZEST. But no actual... Oh, what? No way. That would have been so incredibly good to watch. Dream tried to grenade his own Reaper outside of that wall. That would have been amazing, but it didn't happen. That's some serious... beyond strats. Oh, he's gonna try again? Oh no, he's not gonna try again. There's gonna be an alien drop coming from Dream with a proxy starport. What was that thing? Oh, ZEST, very good scouting by the Protoss player. He's gonna stop this altogether. That's devastating damage, with aliens already making their way through the map. It's gonna slow down Dream by a very significant margin. And these two aliens are basically sitting ducks right now. Without a real way to get into the mineral lines, aliens don't do anything in this matchup. Absolutely nothing. Beautiful play by ZEST. Dream will find himself to be very behind. These aliens, still 4 aliens. They still deal a lot of damage and they're very fast. But ZEST is still very prepared to watch them arrive. Oh my goodness, dear, that's even complete the shade to catch that Reaper. There's no way Dream can get any map control before adding Medivacs out. And that one starport was so incredibly late that Dream had to make up his whole build after that. He's still 3 aliens out on the map trying to shark for damage, but they're not gonna find any. First few tanks are in the production as well as infantry weapons 1. Blink almost finished on the other side. ZEST will add a robo to bulk up his army with yet more AoE damage. It's not going to be an easy game to crawl back for Dream. Of course, this is Terran. Even these slight differences in the build order can always lead to the same position, can always lead to an explosion of production. It's not a race that finds itself to slow down by a missing piece, as long as the production is not threatened, and it wasn't in this case. It's gonna be a little bit less medivacs, So it's gonna mean that Dream cannot establish map control. But it's not like he's doomed to stay in his own side of the map for too long. It's not like it's doomed to lose the next few engagements. It still has a fairly significant production over here, but these Stalkers don't want that to happen. The Raven is shooed away from here. The Raven drops down on auto turret just when it was needed, and Steam is saved, at least for now. Stalker still trying to get something done, with the Raven being in a very scary position, trying to bait a plane forward with the tanks being placed just where they need to be to get these shots at these Stalkers. Of course, there's already Templar Archives and a huge explosion of gateways coming from ZEST. This man doesn't want to stay put for long. 7 more gateways incoming for ZEST, as well as Charge and +1 Dream. Yet more slowed down by these skirmishes that have been happening with the Blink Stalkers. Raven trying to make his way past the map. A Stalker will get a good scouting. It really looks like Dream has been painting his own 2-base scenario for way too long. The third command center is out right now, and finally Dream can decide to move out, showing a little bit of his hand. It's not like it's much to be shown. These Stalkers will try to get a little bit more trades, but Dream wants to get some trades of his own. Other turrets ready to be dropped in the mineral lines. Oh, ZEST. Oh, he's not paying too much attention. This other turret, he's getting kills, he's getting stuff done. The Zealots without charge, they try to fight it out. But yet, here he comes, another auto turret, yet more kills. Ravens, slowly but surely, assure you a lot of damage. And finally, the alien drop can happen at a 7:30-minute mark. 3 aliens, 1-shot probes, guys. And it's going to be a lot of kills. That was unexpected, to say the least. It's going to be 11 kills. And finally, these aliens find the damage that Dream wanted them to find. You can never count this Terran out. ZEST will try to get a revenge for his losses, sending his whole army out on the map. A lot of Archons being produced on the right, as well as a bunch of Zealots, while the main dish, the main plate is here. A bunch of Zealots, a lot of force fields, and a lot of storms are available for the Protoss player. First storm is not a great one. Here comes the full wraparound from ZEST. The rest of the army is collapsing from the other side. This army is just in the perfect spot to be stormed down into oblivion. And that's what ZEST is doing. Beautiful storms. These Zealots survive the onslaught, are playing forward. The Warp Prism is still barely alive, and ZEST can reinforce this position from there. Defender's advantage. I do not know this man. I've never met him in my life, says ZEST. And here comes more High Templars and more stuff to break Dream. Playing forward, trying to get these couple stragglers over here for Dream. Ghosts are out, as well as Vikings. ZEST will play it slowly. He will say no. Well, will it? Yeah, he's saying no. I don't want to force my hand too much. +3 ground weapons is in the making, as well as a Robo-Bay. More Zealots. That's a lot of gateways for ZEST. That's a lot of Zealots you can produce at once. And of course, Dream being slowed down, but even more, losing even more workers. It's just in a devastating position. 10 more workers have died to Storm High Templars drop. Oh, recall gets issued. Oh, will it go down? Beautiful EMP by Dream. But 3 of these High Templars will survive, and that's the most important thing. 3 Colossi have been produced at once. There's no war prism with this army, no easy way to sneak those storms in, but there's so many zealots. If ZEST is able to get these zealots out, oh, they will be scouted by the Medivacs, ready to doom drop ZEST into oblivion. But in the end, the Medivac will be forced to follow this insane army of zealots. ZEST yet again manages to shoo away Dream in fear. Oh, that poor little Archon, trapped there forever. Final Liberators in production tab. Even before Disruptors are out, there's always a great choice for Dream. A little bit of a desperate one though, because you need a lot of bulk on the ground to make up for these Liberators in the air. You do not easily defend a static unit that has so little health and so little range. They can deal a lot of damages if they are well defended, but there's a lot of Planeswalkers for ZEST. Even though they're in the main to face any kind of Doom Drop, still a lot of Planeswalkers. ZEST still has a very important part of his army in the main base, but he's trying to move out right now. Colossi don't fare that well. Oh, the Planeswalkers are out actually. That's a lot of Zealots. That's a lot of bulk. Beautiful EMP. He's gonna get a lot of these Zealots out of shields. But ZEST is still trying to get the perfect wraparound. There's still not many storms with his army. Oh, the Colossi though, they're dealing so much damage. Beautiful EMP going on top of everything, as well as the storms. Getting so much of the army of Dream in the red elf, but he's still surviving the Colossi. Too much range. These Vikings do not get anywhere close to these AoE units. Dream finds a concave to face ZEST's army. A lot of EMPs, but it might be too late for the Terran. Liberators did not cut it, and Dragon Phoenix Gaming gets to match point. Spawning in the bottom left hand corner for Dragon Phoenix Gaming, he needs one victory to get it for his team. Can he do it? It's ZEST. And in the bottom right for Good Gang Gaming, they need 4 in a row. Can they do that? It is Dream. Gateway on the low ground, not bothering about the usual Reaper spot. It is even more obnoxious on this map than it is on other maps. That's an interesting choice out of ZEST. Already mixing stuff up on this new map, while Dream, of course, will go just for an average Reaper expand. But none of the two players actually have scouted for some kind of proxy, which is actually weird. Proxies have been proven a lot of times to be extremely strong in this map due to a deceptively short rush distance, most of all, and a lot of great spots to hide your structures. A lot of difference between high and low ground in very awkward spots. That's an awkward map, make no mistake. But in the end, the ramp in the natural will make sure that early aggression will never be something too obnoxious in this map. So both of these players decided against this, and they're now getting a little bit of scouting information. Yet again, Cybercore before Nexus, just an average choice to get the Adept a little bit faster to face the Reaper, instead of focusing down on more on microing the workers than anything else. It's always a good choice, a shift in the meta that was not there before the changes to Adepts and Reapers time of building in the past. It looks like ZEST doesn't want any Reapers to cheeky get into his main. He's gonna make a pylon on that Reaper cliff. This Adept barely surviving this trade. Oh my goodness. Will it survive though? I don't think so. I don't think it will survive. But so will the Reaper probably. There's an Adept already chasing it down. Oh, it will escape. There's a bunker there to save it. And that's an awful trade for ZEST. That's an incredibly bad trade. Of course, scouting information is the most important thing that these Adepts can do. But yeah, you do not want to trade an Adept for a Marine. You never want that to happen. Twilight Council and Robo both up at the same time. Some of you may think this is the Resonating Glaives, and I would love that to be this, but I don't think it will. It's a Dark Shrine incoming for the Protoss player. And I'm fairly curious, because that's a play that ZEST can perform flawlessly sometimes, and it's also a play he has been for a lot of time widely known to be the guy who loses the Warp Prism. Oh, Dream, he's doing that, he's doing that! Reaper in the main! I love this play so freaking much, and he's going to take 1 pro for it. I absolutely love this. Oh, and an alien in the natural, just a single alien, almost gets a pro, actually gets 2. Well, it gets 1, added up to the 1 of the Reaper. That's a lot of scouting information for Dream. Alongside a little bit of damage with 2 units that are almost never considered to be units that can get damage in this matchup this early in the game by themselves. That one Reaper had killed an Adept and a Pro. That's an interesting trade on the side of ZEST. Of Dream, sorry. This Widowmine will not get much done. Just a little bit of scouting information. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, those are very bruised probes. Make no mistake. Widowmine shot almost connects, but in the end, ZEST will save all of his little probes. He's a little bit out of army, but his army is mainly consisting of Dark Templars. And Dark Templars are sure to be a very interesting unit. Oh, the Warp Prism gets locked on. Here comes the scan, and oh my goodness, the Warp Prism goes down. What is this? What is this? I'm sorry, ZEST. I absolutely jinxed it. I'm incredibly sorry. I know I said that you are the guy who loses Warp Prism, but I wasn't expecting you to do that right now. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's a lot of losses for ZEST. Dream still sending these Widowmines out, still trying to find some damage. Widowmines are in the main. They will not get much done. Both of the Widowmines actually whiff their shots. Oh, the Medivac barely survives. One of these... Oh, will it though? Yeah. That's not a lot of airspace. That's a lot of losses for Dream. Make no mistake, one Medivac and both the Widowmines have been killed. Both players losing their mod control tool, and they're going to have to replace it with something else. A Hallucinated Phoenix will make sure that ZEST gets some important scouting information while sending his Blinkstalkers out to get some early skirmishes. Templar Archives, interesting choice. That's definitely for Storm. He doesn't need it for just for Archons because he has a Dark Shrine, so that's definitely for Storm. It's a little bit of an earlier side. He wants to get Storm out before Dream can get any significant amount of ghosts. Blink almost finishing. These Stalkers cannot get any significant trades already. That's a lot of shield batteries and cannons for that fur base. That's gonna be very hard to break. Storm gets instantly started by ZEST. Strength is not in numbers for the Protoss players. Even though he's adding up 6 more gateways, he's going to work with very little against this timing attack of Dream. Charge just gets started, just Blink against this army. That's going to be very difficult, especially with that one Raven. Lock-on gets on one of the Stalkers. Stalkers are beautifully microing behind, as well as a lot of shield batteries and stuff over there, defending that base at the 3rd spot. Dream will decide against committing into the main for now. Lock-on gets on the Warp Prism, but it will not fall down. The army of Dream getting over here at this very important pylon. That's where the Twilight Council is. Charge is a thing of the past, Zest. I'm sorry, my friend, but you're not getting any speedy zealots. Here comes the June drop. Oh, a lot of feedback going down, but is it going to be enough? The feedback on the Raven is amazing, but the Doom drop completes. The army of Dream melting through everything that ZEST has been building in the last few seconds without charge. This army of Dream is seriously melting through these medivacs. All of them have been feedbacked. They do not have energy. All of them but one have. Beautiful concave and a beautiful storm. How is this man doing it? ZEST manages to defend even just barely, adding up even more stalkers into this such a close battle. In the end, Dream, with just one medivac surviving, will leapfrog all of his units back into the main. The Raven is back for business. That's not a lot of Protoss, but that's not a lot of Terran as well. The Twilight Council has been replaced, but for how long will it survive? Dream sending the reinforcements, and for now the action stops, but it's soon to begin again. Another lock-on gets on the Stalker before it being immediately cancelled. Stalkers will try to get that one single second, and they will manage to do so. Beautiful trade by ZEST. How did it survive this attack? That has been one of the most incredible defenses I've ever seen. Alright, Ghost Academy finally on the way for Dream. Rest of the units being loaded in this medivac. Yet for another Doom drop for the Terran. Action has slowed down, but both players are waiting for the storm, quite literally, to be completely honest. These many High Templars being out for ZEST. The Doom drop will not complete. Too many High Templars there. That's so many Stalkers though. Oh, Widowmines do not do much against Stalkers. Beautiful Storm zoning out the units of Dream perfectly. These storms have just been amazing for ZEST. A Doom drop into the natural. So many zealots whooped in at once, but it's a huge shock point. Here comes the Stalkers. Here comes the storm. ZEST wants to make up for its mistakes. Beautiful feedbacks destroying these medivacs. And ZEST is ahead. How did he do that? He was 60 supply behind in that defense, and he manages to get back into the game. He's adding workers right now, and he's on even army with a Terran. Oh my goodness, what a game by ZEST. Oh, getting that one observer sure does hurt for the Protoss, but there's so many zealots, so many Stalkers. There's a huge gateway army. Storm, a thing of the past, but here comes ZEST. He wants the concave, he wants the charge on top of the army of Dream. Oh, the Stalkers blinking forward. The anti-armor missile not getting much done. Shockwave EMP almost done. That's badly needed for Dream. 10 zealots at a time, every 8 seconds. That's the amount of production that ZEST has. Not even the supply counter can no longer count the army of ZEST. And that's beautiful feedbacks, beautiful storms, Stalkers getting on top of everything. These Widowmines trying to do their best to lower the amounts of army that ZEST has been putting against his orbital command. The orbital command will go down. 13 SCVs will die to these Archons, to these storms. Yet another Archon has been moved. Guardian Shield gets used by ZEST to defend his most important units. More Widowmine shots will destroy these zealots, but the Archons are still up and standing. There's no more ghosts out for Dream. 3 more are being produced by ZEST. He's safely and steadily getting even more ahead. War Prison being remade by the Protoss while he's trying to get the fur base and put the nail in the coffin for this match number 4. Stalkers are getting around on the bottom side while the rest of the army is ready to catch up in the top right once the time arises. There's a warp prism shot full of storms. My goodness. Incredible trades by ZEST throughout this game. Stalker still sharking for damage. Widow Mines will connect to just one Stalker, not enough to kill it. Dream doesn't have the strongest of armies, but he still has ghosts. He can still get those EMPs while the rest of the Widow Mines do their job. So many storms. Is he doing that? Oh yes he is! Look at these storms go on top of everything, the wraparound. That's a nail in the coffin. ZEST has been preparing for this moment for so long, and there's no way out. Then GG. ZEST takes game number 4, and it's a victory for Dragon Phoenix Gaming.